Have you ever been in a room full of people, yet felt completely invisible? Picture this: you're at a birthday party. Music is playing, people are laughing, the scent of food fills the air. Everyone seems so alive. And yet you sit there, smiling politely, nodding at conversations you barely relate to. Deep down you feel hollow. Why does that happen? Why does loneliness creep in even when you're surrounded by friends, family, or colleagues? And here, the burning question: why does your brain make you feel lonely, even when there's no clear reason for it? Today, we're going to unravel that. We'll explore the psychology, the neuroscience, and even hear real-life stories of people who have felt this exact emptiness. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why it happens, and maybe how to begin changing it. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button, because if you've ever wondered about the hidden workings of your mind, you're in the right place. The illusion of connection. Let me tell you about Stella. Stella works at a busy office. Every day she sits in meetings, chats at lunch, and attends happy hours. On paper, she's surrounded by people. But when she goes home, she feels drained, like she's been wearing a mask all day. This is what psychologists call emotional loneliness, when physical presence doesn't equal emotional connection. You might see, hear, and interact with people, but if no one truly understands you, that gnawing emptiness persists. Think about it. How many times have you laughed at a joke, nodded along in a conversation, and still gone home feeling invisible? That's emotional loneliness. Let's understand the role of self-perception. Here's another story: John. John has a tight group of friends. They invite him to dinners, call him for weekend outings, but inside he constantly feels like an outsider. They don't get me, he thinks. They're just humoring me. This feeling comes from self-perception. When you believe deep down that you're unworthy or different, your brain scans for proof and finds it in the smallest cues: a missed glance, a joke you didn't get. Even in a room full of people, your brain builds an invisible wall. It's not their fault. It's a mental filter shaped by years of experience, fear, and self-doubt. Let me share about the social comparison trap. And let me ask you, have you ever scrolled through Instagram during a lunch break while sitting with friends and felt a pang of loneliness? That's the social comparison trap. We compare our lives to others constantly: friends, colleagues, strangers online, and our brain registers ourselves as less than. Consider Raven, who spent a Friday night out with friends but kept checking her phone. Her friend posted pictures of a party she wasn't invited to. Suddenly, Anna felt invisible, unworthy, lonely. Even surrounded by people, her mind was elsewhere. This is why being with people doesn't always erase loneliness. Our brain can make us feel isolated even when we're in a crowd. The neuroscience of loneliness. Did you know that loneliness actually hurts physically? Studies show that the same regions of the brain activated by physical pain are activated by social isolation. Loneliness is literally painful. Take Max, for example. He moved to a new city for work. He went to networking events, joined clubs, and attended meetups. But despite all this activity, he felt anxious, restless, and tired all the time. His brain was signaling danger. You are alone. You need protection. This is evolution at work. Humans are wired for connection. When the brain perceives disconnection, it triggers a survival response. The masking problem. Have you ever felt lonely because no one can see the real you? There is Kate, who is the funny one in her friend group, always cracking jokes, always smiling. But she hides a deep sadness, a longing for someone to really understand her. Everyone loves her mask, but no one sees the person beneath it. Psychologists call this the masking problem. We wear masks to fit in, to protect ourselves from rejection, but in doing so, we push true connection away. The irony: the mask protects and isolates at the same time. Let me share about fear of rejection. Why don't we reach out more, even when we want a connection? Often it's fear. Here's David's story. After a bad friendship ended abruptly, stopped opening up to anyone. Even when he met people who seemed welcoming, his brain whispered, "You might get rejected again." This fear of rejection is subtle. It hides behind jokes, distractions, busyness, but it's a silent contributor to loneliness, keeping you isolated even in social settings. Have you noticed that one person can make you feel less lonely than 100 casual acquaintances? Take Ashley, who had a large circle of friends but felt constantly lonely. Then she reconnected with her childhood friend, someone who truly understood her. Suddenly, her loneliness lifted, not because she had more friends, but because she had one deep, meaningful connection. It's not about quantity, it's about depth. One person who truly sees you can dissolve the emptiness more than dozens of surface-level relationships. Loneliness and self-awareness. Here's a twist. Sometimes the more self-aware you are, the lonelier you feel. Sam's story. As he matured, he became aware of what he wanted from friendships, relationships, and life. He started noticing superficiality in connections that he once accepted blindly. It was painful, but awareness is powerful. It guides you to the relationships that truly matter. So yes, loneliness can grow with self-awareness, but it also points the way to deeper, more authentic connection. The paradox of loneliness in crowds. Why does being alone sometimes feel easier than being around people? Because connection comes with pressure, comparison, judgment, expectation, all of it. Solitude removes these pressures, but it also removes the possibility of authentic connection. The solution: find the right people at the right level of intimacy. It's not about being around anyone, it's about being with those who see you. Let me share Lily's story. Lily always felt lonely in social gatherings. She decided to start small, one meaningful conversation at a time, sharing something personal with someone she trusted. She noticed how others responded positively when she was vulnerable. Over time, her loneliness lessened, not because she had more people around her, but because she allowed herself to be truly seen. This is the key. Vulnerability invites connection. Understanding invites empathy. Loneliness signals the need for both. How to start healing this loneliness. So what can you do if you feel lonely, even in a crowd? 1. Acknowledge your loneliness. Numbing it takes away its power. 2. Prioritize depth over numbers. Seek authentic connection. 3. Challenge your inner critic. Your brain lies sometimes. 4. Limit social comparison. Step back from social media triggers. 5. Practice vulnerability. One small, honest moment can change everything. Remember, loneliness is a signal, not a sentence. It's telling you that your heart and mind are craving real, meaningful connection. Finally, why do we feel lonely around people? It's because connection is emotional, not just physical. You can be surrounded by laughter, conversation, and faces, but if your mind doesn't perceive understanding, acceptance, or resonance, loneliness will creep in. It's not your fault. Your brain is signaling a fundamental need, the need to be seen, heard, and understood. And now that you know why, you can take steps to nurture real connection, both with yourself and others. So the next time you feel lonely in a crowd, remember, you're not broken, you're human. And the emptiness you feel is guiding you towards something deeper, more meaningful, and ultimately healing. If you found this video insightful, make sure to subscribe for more stories, psychology insights, and real-life truths about the human mind. Because understanding yourself is the first step toward connection, and nobody should feel alone forever. Thanks for listening, and remember, you're not alone.